Loaded up and ready.
My motorcycle's in there.
We're gonna ride the end of the Trans-American Trail. The first order of business, load up the trailer and get on the road.
My motorcycle's in there.
We're driving from Bend, Oregon, our home, to Azalea, Oregon, which serves as the launching point for the final leg of the Trans-America Trail.
Canada, Schmanada. Here's Bailey. There's Diamond Lake. So beautiful. We're headed over to the coast finish the Trans-America Trail. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna ride the last 125 miles of the Trans-America Trail. Goes from where?
Alsea.
Where?
Alsea.
Alsea? I don't know. It goes from somewhere in the
Azalea.
south to all the way. It goes from somewhere back
Look at him.
east. Back east.
Oh.
Where's it start?
It starts in Tennessee,
It starts in Tennessee,
I believe.
we believe. It starts in Tennessee, Trans-America Trail. It's a dirt trail. Tennessee goes across the United States all the way to the Oregon coast, coming out of Port Orford. So we're just going to do the last.
Take your next left onto Oregon 230 South.
And should be pretty good. Well, I guess I'll film it and make a story. Okay, we're headed to Medford. See our friends. Not headed to Medford. We're headed to Azalea. Whatever. Okay, there you can see Mount Bailey.
Come on, Mount Bailey.
That's Avalanche Bowl. Oh, it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. It rises above Diamond Lake. Thielson's back there. Can't really see it right now. But yeah, Mount Bailey. Rises above Diamond Lake. That's where Mount Bailey catskilling. And that's where David and I met 10 years ago. True love. Wow, look at that. Thielson. Wow. It's 10 years ago. I was over at Diamond Lake for the memorial for our dear friend Oz, and that's when I met David Wachs. I looked up and he had a goggle tan. I said, hey, goggle tan. He was the only one who'd skied that day. He skied Thielson. The never-ending story. That is some fun skiing right there, boy. Mount Thielson, the lightning rod of the Cascades. You ski that together. You ski this. Really fun.
Drive through Oregon.
This is such a typical Oregon road. Big, huge, beautiful trees. You told me about that. This is Union Creek. I think this is so cute. Or Union Creek. With a little ice cream. That's so
Becky's.
Oregon.
That's Oregon.
Pretty little river right there. Cabins. So Oregon.
Oregon Highway 230, the West Diamond Lake Highway, stretches from the Highway 138 junction near Mount Bailey and Thielson down to Union Creek, passing through lush, old-growth mixed conifer forests in the Umpqua National Forest and along the Upper Rogue River. The corridor features a specific range of native trees, bushes, and understory shrubs. These are dogwood trees with their little white flowers. Huckleberry bushes, salmonberry, and serviceberry thrive in the moist, shaded forest floor. Evergreens and conifers like Douglas fir, western hemlock, grand fir, western red cedar, and western white pine dominate the canopy. At slightly higher elevations toward Mount Bailey, you will find ponderosa pine, lodgepole pine, and mountain hemlock. Now that we have passed over the Rogue Umpqua Divide summit, It's changed again. Now we've got oaks, wild oaks, and different flora and fauna. The Divide Summit reaches an elevation of 5,415 feet and marks the geographical boundary where the drainage basins separate between the North Umpqua River system and in the North and Upper Rogue River system to the south.
Sorry, Neil. Give me back. Look over here. Wow. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh, truck's in the way. Oh, back that way. Look how green the water is.
Truck's gone.
Truck's gone. There's a fisher boat. Peppermint. Wow, Oregon. Wonder what that is. Is that
Rogue River, babe.
the Rogue River? Oregon Rogue River. Absolutely stunning. War Oregon. Love Oregon. Got the mangonia trees right here. I think that's what they're called. They're so pretty. Oh, like that guy right there. Madrone. They have like flesh bark. Let me see if I can get a slow-mo.
As the Rogue River drops in elevation, we transition from dense alpine conifers to dry oak woodlands and finally into temperate coastal rainforests. You'll see giant Douglas firs, ponderosa pines, Jeffrey pines. They're in the upper canyon. Interspersed among them are broadleaf trees like Pacific madrone, canyon live oak, and Oregon white oak. Near the ocean, massive western red cedars, Sitka spruce, and tan oaks live on the banks. Along the waters of the Rogue, you see red and white alder, black cottonwood, and Oregon ash.
There's the Umpqua National Forest.
Various willows also stabilize the riverbanks. And then you'll see shrubs like manzanita, buckbrush, western azalea, and lush walls of sword ferns. And you got to beware of poison oak. It's exceptionally dense and grows aggressively in this canyon corridor.
Here we are arriving in Azalea.
Keep left, then turn left onto Upper Cow
Thanks,
Creek
Siri.
Road.
See, like they said, we're taking a left, and then
At the stop sign, turn left onto Upper Cow Creek
Siri,
Road.
quit interrupting. Transamerica Trail is going to go that way because it's going to go west.
Head toward Mobley Drive.
Siri!
God, Siri,
Kidding, Siri's so helpful.
this is going to be neat. Transamerica. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, I wonder, man, can you imagine riding from Tennessee and you get out here and it's a day like this? You're like, man.
I've almost made it to the Pacific Ocean.
The Transamerica Trail, or TAT, is a famous 5,000 plus mile road. It crosses the United States from east to west, primarily using dirt roads, gravel tracks, forest trails, and high mountain passes. The TAT begins on the Atlantic coast in Nags Head, North Carolina, and cuts through the heart of the American West before ending at the Pacific Ocean in Port Orford, Oregon. This section marks the final dramatic stretch of famous cross-country dirt route, taking riders through the rugged Siskiyou National Forest before ending directly at the Pacific Ocean.
Okay, here we are. We made it. This is where we're going to be camping.
David and I love to camp off the bikes. It's a blast, but for this trip, we're just staying in a hotel. We'll camp here tonight, and then we'll get up bright and early in the morning as a group, and we'll head over to Port Orford on the Transamerica Trail, the last section, mostly dirt. And then over there, unlike usual times when we camp off the bikes, we actually will be staying in a hotel for the night.
When had some, she said, I didn't realize. So yeah, she has some up there.
So you're all set.
No.
Yay!
Hey guys.
Hi! This is Peter's place. We're here. We're getting ready. What are we doing?
We're going out to the coast, out to Port Orford, from Azalea to Port Orford.
On the last part of
The last part of the transatlantic trail, the TAC trail they call it.
TAC trail.
Yeah, it's fun. We're there.
Can't wait.
Bye,
Never
guys.
done it.
Our stomping grounds are Central Oregon. We know the trails all around our house there. This is their stomping grounds around Azalea and over to the coast. So they're going to show us the ropes. How fun for us.
Get on the road. Love my bike.
This is the first multi-day trip of the season, so it's a good shakedown. Even though we're not camping off the bikes, it's still a good way to remember how to get the luggage on, what I want to bring, you know, all those things. Always good to see these two brothers laughing. That's Steve Newell and Peter Newell, a couple of Englishmen. Loaded up and ready. We're gonna ride the end of the Trans-American Trail, which takes you from Tennessee to the Oregon coast to Port Orford. So we're doing the very tail end of it.
Hi, Gwen!
Peter's wife, Gwen, is the techno-savvy one. She's gonna do the mapping of the trip. Then we have Pete and Steve, the brothers, Carrie, another friend,
Hi, Stan!
and Stan's here. SkiMum here, and Jen is Steve's wife.
Hi, Jen!
I think in all we have 7 or 8 motorcycles on this
Here he
trip.
comes!
My faithful companion and adventure partner, David
Gotta go to
Wachs.
the DMV.
Stinky!
It smelled like race gas.
It's a gang! As you do in the coast range, we have a little fog to start out.
We got plenty of spare parts.
Yeah, I knew that's what you were thinking too. I was like, man, I don't know, maybe I should pick like
Got some fog.
Oh, yes, I switched maps.
Pretty darn fun.
That's good.
That's some Oregon right there, boy.
So good yesterday.
We're leaving the fog behind and we're headed into the sun. Woohoo!
I missed it.
spectacular.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Dusty ready! Dusty ready! Yeah.
We like to space out when we ride so we're not eating each other's dust. Better for the bikes, too.
It's hard to get footage because there's so many people, but it's good to spread out because otherwise you're eating dust and it makes it harder to see, and also it's not as good to breathe, and your bike is breathing too. So if you're eating other people's dust, then your bike is breathing dust and it's not good for your bike. So I learned that from all these other people that know how to ride motorcycles. What do you think, Wachsy?
That's good.
We gave him a paper. We gave him a map of where it set off from and what it is. And Stephen's got a thing that tells him.
Little gas refill spot. We have bigger tanks, so we have more range. These guys have smaller tanks, so they have a gas refill in
Hey,
the woods. Yeah?
I was gonna tell you about the gravelly road, you know, marbly.
Marbly?
It's a great place to practice engaging those side knobs.
Yes.
And I've just tried this thing so I could share this with you specifically. When you go into the corner, straighten your arm to totally straight,
Yes.
and that will put you on the seat where you're supposed to be. And it's amazing. It just engages these knobs, and you can still slide the back end around, but you're in control of it.
Uses the circumference of the wheel.
Yeah.
Tells him.
Gas refill spot. We have bigger tanks, so we have more range. These guys have. Here I come, tipping the bike for good traction, just like Dave said. David and I like to spread out when we ride. That way it gets good shots.
That's well over 100 feet.
Here comes Steve and Jen. And Steve's brother Pete. and my writing partner, David Wachs. He's showing us an excellent example of engaging those side mounts.
Become one with the bike. How do I do this stuff? I'll remind you.
As we move along this finale section of the Transamerica Trail, we find mostly dirt and gravel roads, but some pavement, rough pavement, but still pavement. Mostly dirt and gravel, and beautiful waterfalls. On this final off-road leg of the Transamerica Trail from Azalea to Port Orford, we trace, parallel, and cross three primary river systems that define the rugged geography of southwestern Oregon's Wild Rivers coast. Here we have already made it to the Elk River.
Can you imagine coming all the way from the east on the Transamerica Trail and seeing things like this? Almost to the Oregon coast.
Upon leaving Azalea, we passed over the Cow Creek. You can pass over the Rogue River if you decide to go through Agnes for fuel. And at this point, we've already reached the beautiful Elk River.
That is something else. Thanks, Peter.
Steve and Jen are a good team.
What do you think?
Awesome.
Fun to have Carrie along on this journey.
When's navigating?
I'm trying.
Being on this land makes you a steward of this land. Keeping these roads open is important to the Oregon forests.
Good man, David. Good man. Thank you, David. Stewart.
You know where to put it.
Yep.
Keeping these roads open makes it possible to access it, protecting it from things like wildfire.
What a road.
This final descent through the Siskiyou National Forest takes us down to the coast, and this experience traveling along the Elk River is amazing. It's the cleanest salmon stronghold on the west coast. The trail drops down to follow the pristine Elk River. You parallel its lush emerald green gorges and pass the local Elk River salmon hatchery. This Siskiyou National Forest section is the longest and most remote stretch, offering incredible views but requiring riders to be entirely self-sufficient with fuel, food, and emergency tools. It utilizes a remote network of unpaved United States Forest Service roads and wind through steep mountain passes requiring careful navigation. And high clearance vehicles, dual sport motorcycles, of course, are the best way to see it. These timber roads offer steep and isolated terrain through the Siskiyou National Forest. If a rider did need fuel, there is an alternative where you can pass through Agnes, Oregon, a tiny isolated wilderness community situated at the confluence of the Rogue and Illinois rivers, and it serves as a critical mid-route stop to refuel and grab supplies. We have large enough tanks, so we don't need that today. Because this route is highly remote and lacks cell service, relying on standard highway GPS apps will not work. Most riders download dedicated offline GPX tracks through different platforms, Gaia, Onyx. We today are with friends, and so they're showing us the way, although we do use a Garmin. This final section is considered one of the most scenic and rewarding stretches of the entire Transamerica Trail. It marks the transition from rugged, deep forest dirt riding to the open, vast Pacific Ocean. How he is able to hold his camera and film like that when he is riding. That is remarkable to me. Look at these views and shots David gets. Amazing.
Right.
Up around the back corner for me.
We got Chuck.
A big sign.
Chuck
Give me a
Singletary.
thumbs up.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, baby.
Another friend, Chuck, joins us. He came over from
That's right.
Port Orford to just meet us for the
harm,
last
no
part of the
foul.
ride.
That's right. Yeah, it was raining like crazy when I started up here.
Was it? It
Oh
quit.
yeah, it was just raining, you know, and
I felt like it started feeling kind of misty.
well,
I
I didn't know
can't believe
exactly
how
what
steep
time y'all left, so I was going real slow because I didn't want to get in too far.
Yeah.
I text you when we were 51 miles.
And just like that, our group of 8, and with the addition of a 9th, successfully made it to the Pacific Ocean. Typically we camp, but today we could stay in a hotel. We get to check into the Castaway Motel. Here we are, actually on the beach. Here we are, the luxurious cliffhanger side. If you know SkiMum, you know I have a hard time with names. Castaway. A nice, tidy little motel that looks straight out across the ocean view.
How was the ride, Dave?
Port Orford faces south, which is interesting since it's on the west coast. We'll sleep well here tonight, have a nice dinner with friends, and embark in the morning.
There it is. The beach.
Everyone is thrilled with the accomplishment. What a wonderful ride. Now we get to enjoy each other and be entertained.
We made it! We made it! All the way to the ocean! The Pacific Ocean! The Port Orford. There we are.
That's me, I'm SkiMum. If you're liking this, give us a thumbs up or maybe subscribe. And definitely leave a comment and let me know what other things you think would help make the videos be more enjoyable. It's the beach, saltwater taffy, sea life, cute little places to find breakfast and snacks, beautiful springtime flowers, and each other, enjoying the beach and our accomplishment, and we still get to ride home. Dual sport riding is fun. Instigator, hardly. Dave's the instigator.
dreams and we're up with the start. Taking off with the gang to head back.
Panorama.
Castaway Motel. We decided to go down and check out the dock. We thought we'd give the group a head start and go down and see what's going on down here.
Of 2 harbors in the United States that pulls all the boats out of the water every day.
Hi, dogs. Hey, Dave. And now we get to backtrack and see the views all over again from a completely different perspective. Windy winding our way back through on the same roads that pioneers traveled on, seeing the same big trees and beautiful sights, the water, and lush landscape that Oregon has to offer, and changing in its variety from one part of the state to the other, over passes and across rivers. Witnessing the beautiful splendor of huge trees, beautiful fresh water, and lovely wildflowers. Lunch break. Remember when I mentioned earlier about being stewards of the landscape?
Yeah, well, Glendale, west of Glendale. It's north and east. Yes. Pretty big smoke. Oh. Air miles is probably 2.5 miles. I'm on a ridge top. My name's Dave. W-A-C-H-S.
This is one of those great examples of stewardship. We're out here. Dave sees the smoke. He has the Garmin. He's able to call it in and give them the exact location of a fire that they didn't know. It just started. See smoke, so we'll call it in. Got the GPS. So he knows exactly where we are. He can call it in and let him know. And then if it's no big deal, it's no
It's in
big
a
deal.
logging area. I mean, it's not in the timber.
Tell me what you're doing, Dave.
Well, Dave is the community service color that smoke over there, as you can see. Smoke
Good job.
over there that you can see.
I can. I already zoomed in on that.
Oh, we
Good job.
Nah.
And so we made it back. What a fantastic trip we had. Hanging out and riding with a great group of folks. So fun. We so appreciate them showing us this route. It was fun to just ride along and not have to do any navigating. We left all the navigating to our friends. Everyone had a splendid time. Definitely adventure worth taking. We loaded up our bikes back into the trailer and set out to find a nice place to camp for the night, concluding our excellent final leg trip of the Trans-America Trail from Azalea, Oregon to Port Orford. The final section of a trail that starts in North Carolina and runs all the way to the Oregon coast. What a fantastic time with friends.
Water.
Clean.
Easy to swim in water.
Oh yeah, we should do this. This would be fun.
Big.
If you liked what you saw, please be sure to give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and leave us a note in the comments of what you think you would like to see. All right, SkiMum out.